Part 3. It's Amy time. Point goes Sonic Boom. Because in Sonic 06, like with almost every other character, Amy is not as good as she was in previous games. In Sonic Adventure, her hammer was big enough to reach out and crush enemies easily. She was also very quick with it and could even use her hammer to help her jump higher. In Sonic 06, her hammer is so small, she has to get really close to hit enemies with it. When she uses her one hammer attack, it looks like she's tripping over her own feet. It's also very slow. It's also a very slow attack, so they have to plan around that too. And she can turn invisible. I'm putting this with the drawbacks because this is an SVO power. All seeing Amy's it does is make me wish that nice chameleon ninja was in the game. I quickly remember that this game is the reason why people hate all the other characters, and that stops me. But still, the only real fun I've had with that power is in the Poke Captain Let's Play. They had Amy turn invisible to sneak past enemies, and after that bit, they reached the end of the stage. They began to laugh at the victory screen because Amy was still invisible. And then she reappeared, was causing them to laugh even more. In Sonic Boom, Amy is more like she was in Sonic Adventure. Her hammer is big again, and she actually has a hammer combo. She can also charge it up for even more devastating attacks, and even can swing on pipes with it. A much more useful skill for Amy than turning invisible, if I do say so myself. As for a part of the story, it's more of a tie because she's more of a support character in both games. But Sonic Boom still wins this round. You see, in Sonic 06, Amy is kind of a liability. There's a cutscene where this cute pink hedgehog has gotten into the same base that Dr. Eggman put Princess Elise after capturing her somehow. And after seeing some Eggman robots, she suddenly wants to leave. But before she can, she runs into Elise, who has just walked out an unlocked door. Okay, first question. Why was the door unlocked? Princess Elise is very important to Eggman. She has Iblis, aka the flames of disaster, inside of her. And Dr. Eggman wants to extract it and use it to rule the world. There is no good reason for him to leave her door unlocked and unguarded. And I know how Sonic Team could have fixed this. Have Dr. Eggman lock Elise's door and put guards in front of it, and then have Amy smash them with her hammer. Anyway, after they meet, the game shows a loading screen, and the people who were playing thought there was going to be an escort mission, and there was, but not then. First, there was a cutscene where the two main girls are calmly walking through town, and my first question was, how did they get out? And why didn't they let us play as Amy during it? But these questions took a back seat to what was happening on screen. Amy had somehow shifted the conversation to crushes, and then asked Elise what the guy she had a crush on looked like, and if she has already gone on a date with him. Princess Elise said no to the second question, and never answered the first. A very lucky turn of events. If she had said, well, he's kind of blue and he's a hedgehog, I would have been worried for Elise's safety. Amy would have probably said something like, the person you were pining for was Sonic? Were you planning to kiss him? Then after yelling at her some more, she would probably leave her like she left Silver. What really happened wasn't much better, because Amy was oblivious to what was happening in the story for the second time in one game. She simply goes on and on about how great love is, and then wishes Elise luck with their relationship. After that silliness, the game loads the escort mission. When instead of a thrilling escape from the base she found Elise in, Amy is running through town, trying to protect Elise from Eggman robots. That seemed to come out of nowhere. I guess Eggman tracked her down, but I didn't see a cutscene about it. Anyway, after you get through that section of town, you reach the gold ring, and Amy has her victory screen. This level isn't very memorable to me. All you do is run from one part of town to the other. It's supposed to be an escort mission, but I didn't see Elise. Maybe she's just off screen? Speaking of people who may be just off screen, during the mission, you will come up to a large group of robots that will be in your way. But while you're still freaking out about getting really close to all of them and to do Amy's one attack, a bunch of spike balls will fall off the roof and destroy them. Who put those spike balls there? And who pushed them off the roof right as Amy was running up to those robots? Was that Team Rose? Because if it was, that would be awesome. Unfortunately, that is the only good thing about this mission. Because after you get to the end of it, you see a cutscene where Elise is running across a bridge that leads to her castle, and she's by herself. Where the heck is Amy? Oh, never mind. She's by herself. Where the heck is Amy? Maybe this is past the outer gate and she wasn't allowed to go in. But that still doesn't explain why the ruler of Soliana is by herself. Anyway, robots land around her, and Dr. Eggman flies over in his Eggmobile and captures her again. So Amy saving her was completely pointless. In the comic I made about this game, Amy saw how Sonic and Elise got along and quickly figured out that they were an item. After the princess was captured, the cute pink hedgehog followed Dr. Eggman to his base and saved her, mostly because she wanted to see if Elise was worth Sonic's time. And she realizes that she is when Eggman's forces catch up and are about to destroy Amy and friends, but Elise gives herself up so he won't. This is something that Sonic's team could have easily done. Could easily done. Could have easily done. There are a few other things that Sonic Team could have easily done with Elise, but I'll get to that when I get to that. In Sonic Boom, Amy may not be the main character, but she is an important member of the team. I already talked about how awesome her fighting style is, and there's more. She can triple jump, and there are balance beams only she can run on, and her personality is more developed. In Sonic 06, she had her classic, "It's Sonic, I'm gonna hug him and squeeze him into pieces" personality. Like Elmira from Tiny Toons, but with a bad eyesight. Seriously, Amy has glommed at least 3 hedgehogs in recent games and cartoons, and only one of them was Sonic. The other 2 she surprise hugged were Shadow in Sonic X and Silver from Sonic 06. This girl needs glasses or something. But in Sonic Boom, she's more reserved. There was an awesome cutscene in the game where Sonic and friends got to this awesome looking place in the jungle where there were waterfalls all around, and Amy asks Sonic if they could stop for a bit and take it all in. He hesitantly agrees, and then the camera pans around them for a few moments. After that, the cute pink hedgehog breathes a sigh of relief and then says that they can move on. Sonic thanks her, and they do. This scene felt like people who are in a real relationship. And last but not least, let's talk about her new dress. I actually like it because she looks really cute in it, and it's a lot more practical than her old dress. No, I'm not saying she didn't look cute in it, but it's less about panty shots now. To those that missed that, don't worry. There's plenty of fan art online where she's wearing her old dress and several other outfits that you may also like. And this is a good time to say this again. This game isn't canon. It's basically a movie tie-in game for the TV show. It's a totally different world than the current video game universe. We still have classic Sonic and classic modern Sonic, and that means we still have classic outfits for them. I'll get back to this when I talk about the worlds of the game. But the main point is that they are different. Now let's get back on track here. Amy is the last character I talked about that is playable in both games. And arts aside, they are clearly better to play as in Sonic Boom. This fact alone makes Sonic Boom better than Sonic 06, but I'm not done yet. There are 4 more characters left to talk about, and I'll do it in part 4. Check me out on YouTube and DeviantArt.